Hello, everyone. You are watching the Jane the Virgin After Show on AfterBuzz TV. Today we will be discussing Chapter 39. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What? As I said, we will be discussing Chapter 39 of Jane the Virgin. Our recap, I am your host, Stephanie Giorgi, and you can follow me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi. Before I get into introductions, don't forget to subscribe to our page below. Find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, rate us 5 stars, let us know what you think, and hopefully we can bring you some good stuff. I will be co-hosting with some lovely ladies today, starting with the lovely lady on my left.
Hi guys, I'm Kylie Hodges, and you can follow me on Twitter at the Kylie Hodges.
Hey guys, I'm Sam Davidson. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SamD43, and I am on the live chat, so please guys keep chatting.
Hey everyone, it's Francesca, and Twitter, Instagram, XOXOCESCA.
Before we get started, I just want to give a quick shout out to Sean Overman because he's gone and I missed last week, which I'm so sorry, and I miss him, but we wish him the very best.
Yes.
And now, going on with the show, we start with our flashback as always, except for today was a little bit tough, kind of mean for Xiomara. We see Jane's 21st birthday, and I think the focus here was mostly the fact that her mother's just always been out of control. And we see her just like schmammered on the front porch.
Schmammered. I love that word.
Yeah, schmammered on the front porch, throws up all over Michael. And then that kind of transitions into what was happening in this episode, which we have the bachelor parties. Jane wanted something nice, but of course Xiomara and Lina would not let it happen. They planned something, and then it just goes kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, they needed a reverse. Bachelorette party.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what Michael got is what Jane wanted, and vice versa.
Yeah. So that happens, and then I don't know how Xiomara, I get that she's excited. She wants to hang out with everyone. She's cool enough to do so, but at the end of the day, you're still mom.
Yeah.
But how many people know, I mean, would you have your moms at your bachelorette party?
No.
Nope.
Only if she told me it meant a lot to her, otherwise absolutely not.
Oh, really?
I would have to have 2. In that case, I would have 1, a pretend one that my friends would come to, and my mom would think that was it, and then I'd have a real one.
That would be just like having a bridal shower.
Interesting.
You know?
I feel like I would invite my mother. The only thing that would worry me is not if she got out of control, is for me to take care of her.
Oh, interesting. See, I just don't want my mom to see me. I'm the Xiomara, so I just don't want Alice to see me out of control.
Is your mom's name Alice?
Yeah. It's like the Midwestern mom name ever.
Makes so much sense when I look
Alice
at you.
is the best, you guys. Shout out to
funny.
Alice. Hi, Mom.
Shout out to Alice. Oh, man. I want to hug you right now, Alice.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it depends on your relationship with your mom. I mean, they are very close, so to me it made sense that Xiomara would be there, but also Zoe made an assumption that Jane wanted her there, and that wasn't really cool. I feel like even though they're super tight, she still needed to say, hey, Jane, can I come to your party?
Right.
Yeah.
Or is this something like that? Not even can I?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Flower Girl 444 says it's because Zoe was a young mother, and that tends to happen because she still was living out her youth at a young age. I kind of get
true.
that.
I
I
do
mean,
too.
it's not a good excuse for her to have behaved that way, but you think about it, she's not as like the guys that they're talking to and flirting with are probably close to Zoe's age at the end of the day.
That's true. My whole thing is that at the end of the night, when Jane comes out and Zoe is kissing Chad, the bartender that Lina had slept with 6 times, that was kind of ridiculous. And it's one of those things where like, oh, you're my mom.
Why was Chad there?
He was a bartender.
He was a bartender.
No, but they went back to the Marbella.
Because she had to go, oh, I wonder if she brought him with.
Did Zoe know that though?
Oh, man.
Was she there?
Yeah, because,
Did she know
yes,
that
she
he-
did. Because
Yeah,
that's the whole reason why it was a big deal. Because Lina said, "Well, you go get the drinks because I used to have a thing with the bartender."
Oh, yes, you're right. You are right.
and, and Xiomara
yeah.
just disregarded that.
She should be giving Lina an apology and not really Jane.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
She should apologize.
Yeah,
to
Jane said
everybody.
that my mother is going to apologize to you, but we'll see. So we'll get to the combo bachelorette party, but then we have Rogelio. Oh, I'm sorry, but I would have loved that 5-course meal.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that kind of sounds like my dream bachelorette.
That's what I'm saying. It was
nice
in reverse.
meal, massages.
Jane would have loved that bachelorette party.
I always love to see when the fact that it's funny how Jane grew up with Xiomara, but grew up to be just like her dad.
You think?
I think that they are in a lot of aspects. I think that they both like to control. They both like to plan. They both like nice things.
Okay.
They romanticize everything.
Yeah.
Her,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just a perspective.
She's such his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's such a Rogelia. Yeah. Anyways, but my favorite part is still Team Raph. I loved Jane and Michael today.
Oh, look at you. We got you.
I saw we had Steffi here with some tears in her eyes, grabbing for the
I'm a
Kleenex
sucker.
during the vows, and I was getting a little choked up myself.
But then when I looked at you, I just couldn't stop laughing.
It was kind of funny.
I was just like, yes, we got her.
No, it was so sweet. And my thing is that we haven't gotten to see them kind of like loosen up a lot. And I've been in a place where sometimes when you go out with people, things are cool, and then you finally get to just like let loose, like get drunk together, have fun. And that's the first time we saw them like that, you know? I think before everything seemed so calculated, whereas this was the real them, and it was nice to see Jane that way and Michael that way, especially Michael that way. And damn, I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
I think
them.
a big part of Jane's problem is that she needed to be more that way. Like, Xiomara feels as though she was robbed of her youth a little bit because she had Jane, and Jane really cares about her education, but she still is good at getting wild, as we saw tonight. But I just think that they're a young couple, and it's important that they can have fun together and not just have their life be about a baby that really isn't even theirs, and it's very complicated. It's hers, it's not his. Super complicated. Have fun. Let it all out. And it should have been a joint thing the whole time, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's what was so sad. It's the part when they're going through the vows. I love, and I understood what she said, that she really couldn't. It was like, okay, cool, I know he's going to have my back, so let me just throw these back also.
I thought it was really interesting that Jane couldn't figure out her vows, because I pictured it being like a fight where Jane like had her vows and was all excited about it, and Michael admitted to not being able to have them or communicate them, and then she would take it as like a sign that, you know, they're not meant to be together, he doesn't love her enough, or I don't know, something like that.
I wasn't surprised because that still gives me a little hope for Raph.
Oh.
When
I'm
Michael
looking at
dies,
you, Francesca. I'm trying to hear you have my back, girl.
What gives you hope for Raph?
It's one of those things where, okay, at the end of the day, no one's ever going to deny what Jane and Michael have. Right? But that still falls with the whole, like, the heart wants what it wants. Like, you could be with someone so perfect. But when it came down to it, vows, I think that, like, when you're really passionate about someone, I get that you'd have trouble writing it. Like, he didn't. Like, he wrote something.
Yeah.
She didn't.
Oh, interesting.
And
so you're
normally she would have something to say, but I think it's because her feelings with him are like, I love you, but that's all I can say because you know me and you're my friend, and the fact that you feel safe, that as much as that is great, you know, that's just...
There's not as much, like, passion and fire behind it.
Where with Raph, I feel like she would write, you know, it started, you could say so much, it started poorly, but since the first time that I saw you, and this and that, and whatever, so on and so forth.
Okay, I'm gonna pick a bone with you, Steph, because it's normal couple stuff, what Michael and Jane were doing tonight. And the thing with Raph, I don't even know what she would say about him. She'd be like, I hate you, I love you, and then I hated you. I mean, really, though, does that make a good marriage?
That's true.
What a good marriage makes is someone just being like, I love you so much,
Respect.
I don't even know what to say because it encompasses me completely.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought was so sweet about that scene, that they didn't even want to tell us what they said because it was so beautiful.
I
did
hope
think it
we
was
see
cute how they
later
did it.
what I want to know what Michael said.
Well, Michael's gonna die.
No, I forgot. That's a...
I mean,
I feel like the more we put it in the universe, the more
it's
likely
gonna
it's going to happen.
Now,
This is a scary
and everyone's
prediction.
gonna blame it on me when it happens.
Yeah, it's for sure going to be your fault. if it
No,
happens.
we've talked about it, especially we talked about this a couple weeks ago where someone remembered that earlier they were like, like he loved her till her very last day, which is like something you know,
till the day that he died. That's
Yeah.
what the narrator said.
and that sounds like something that's gonna happen soon, not something like forever and ever. It could be forever and ever, I don't know. But at this point right now, like, I thought that scene was the most real scene of the whole episode. And it was really cute, and I know that feeling when you love someone so much and you're so comfortable with them, and if that's all you can say, that's all you can say. It just makes sense. So right now I can't really see how
Michael would die, right?
Well, not necessarily that. There's all, who knows what's going on, especially with Raphael and like his stepbrother or half brother, whatever, stuff like that. But I can't really see right now how they would write Rafa back in with her. They kind of hinted at something more along the lines of Rafa and Petra, because remember when she
was looking at the magazine?
Wait, that
No,
wasn't
her!
They
And
just
she-
twisted this all
It
up
wasn't
for
her,
us.
and she petted his face.
Yes! This just got
Oh,
creepy.
Yeah, we all just realized this at the
Wait,
same
no,
time.
I didn't.
So,
I'm not on your
so
page.
let me walk you through this. The whole episode we were thinking that was Petra with the dark brown hair. So there was the scene where fake Petra was on a bus looking at a magazine of an ad for the Marbella with Raphael and Petra, and she like stroked Raphael's face. So we were thinking, she regrets it, she misses Raphael. Wrong! Fake impersonator Petra is the one who's like swooning over Raphael, who she's never met, and now she's swooping on in to blank block her twin sister.
This
or
is
whatever.
so funny. It's so funny.
Whatever that is.
We're gonna call Petra's evil twin Anna, and we're gonna call Petra Elsa.
No, that's just getting way too confusing.
There are real Anna and Elsa characters in the show.
They are, but that's why we're gonna just the
Petra-
big ones.
Petra number
Flower
two.
Girl said, "Is Petra's sister a fugitive? Because, well, like, why would she? Yeah,
She
she's
probably
like
just got
dying
out
her
of human trafficking. Who knows?
yeah. Well, she dyed her hair
no.
for a reason.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She escaped the
she's on the
country.
I'm just, I'm
Great.
not gonna lie.
Her mother got a hold of her. Magda called her and was like, "Do you have a mother in the United States? And now you can come get your green card."
That was a really good impression.
She's like,
Good job.
Did you play Magda on the show?
I'm not gonna lie though, I would have liked a little bit of, little drops earlier in the season that Petra has a twin. Think about it.
this is telenovela fashion.
I thought that just because I guess when you do the insemination, a lot of people have twins, but the whole time I kept thinking,
Not with the turkey
Twins
baster,
running-
though.
I know that, but I was
Twins are hereditary, so it
what I'm
has
saying.
to come
Skip
from...
generations, so that doesn't make sense.
Well, it
No,
still
twins
does
had
have
twins.
twins.
Let's just go with my ring, okay?
We need to bring out a twin as a special guest to
I know.
get down to the bottom of this.
No, but so it is hereditary, and that's what I kept thinking. I'm like, that's weird. How did she just get pregnant with twins? That doesn't make any sense. And then I thought that I was wondering what was going to come out later, and that's why I said it was probably Sazo's baby. I mean, Aaron Sazo's baby.
Oh, yeah,
That's why I
yeah.
thought it, and then they came out.
Well, if we were
my God,
ever
because the other were
worried
twins, too.
that Petra would not be here anymore and they would write off her character, well, no. As far as the actress is concerned, we don't have anything to be worried about.
she's
got
stuck in
double
there.
the work.
She's got
Yes.
Double the paycheck.
yes.
Oh my gosh, so many
This threw off,
twins.
I know this just threw off my entire what I was wanting to do. Now all I can think about is what this is gonna be doing.
That really shocked me, and not a lot shocks me, but it caught me by surprise 100%.
That was a 180 or
Okay, since we're
360
talking
or
about that
slap.
in honor of National Sibling Day, we'll talk about both siblings, Rafs and
Derek?
yeah, and then we'll go into some other stuff later.
Yeah, they should do it.
Okay, so then I guess Petra is think she has postpartum depression. Okay, heard. And then now this twin's gonna come. This is gonna be really bad. This
Yeah.
is gonna
If
be
Petra
really,
wasn't
really
depressed
bad.
before, she's
Yeah,
gonna
change
be-
is no bueno.
The
at a
only
time
thing
like
I'm worried
this.
about is that if Petra's either gonna keep her twin a secret, which is a bad idea, or two, she'll let everyone know and then she's gonna manipulate her way into things. Who knows?
What do you guys think about? Because Petra having twins is still kind of like hard, not hard for me to grasp, but kind of hard for the storyline for me. Because I know it keeps her and Rafa together. It keeps like that bond. But what if she doesn't really want to be a mom?
if then
what if
the
her
twin-
takes the babies?
And says, I'll pretend to be you. It's okay. I'll take care of them. I could see that.
Yeah, but I don't. The sisters in the United States to stay in the United States. I think
Wait, what?
Do you think
the sisters in the
so
United States to
confused.
stay in the United States. Meaning, well, what is she gonna do? Just let me just be here and then start my new
no,
life with two
switch.
babies?
Pretend to be Petra.
Yeah. They'll switch and then Petra can run. So if that's the case, do you think that Petra knew about this girl and
No, she
maybe
didn't. Look at her
contacted her and
face.
asked her to come?
I don't-
I don't
they
think
could
so.
play that up.
No,
I
it was
think
her
her
face.
mom
I think it was
has,
Magda.
yeah, something to do with this.
Yeah, Magda's like, well, now I can take that what is it? That ace in my pocket out now
God.
that I need it.
There's
Like that baby that I've been holding in my back pocket for.
That's how bad of a mom she is. She had a whole other
30
daughter
years.
and was like, I'll get to you when I need
use
you.
this when I need it. Oh,
Yeah.
let's take you out of whatever prison you've been hiding in and dye your hair.
Yep. And then we also have our issue with Derek, which there's an investigation going on. They get on Derek's boat. They find nothing. But then Derek's friend is involved in what kind of bad stalking?
What's it called?
They're like money laundering.
insider trading.
Yeah.
Insider trading. And
You can get in such big trouble for
Here's
that.
my issue though. Did we see the scene of him getting drunk? Because I don't think
No, but they
I
kept
don't
doing the
remember that
shots.
either.
It was just
Okay.
like, hey, let's keep drinking. And I
But it was because they were going to go on the boat. He was
right, this
preventing
is
him-
why, but they probably did really get drunk. And his friend, what's his half brother's name? Derek. And Derek's friend obviously took this opportunity to
Do you think maybe they,
pressure
like-
Rafa to do this.
I
Like,
think they
what if
knew.
they like roofied his shots?
Yeah,
and
they
then
could've, something.
and because he doesn't remember it at all. So then they would have been able to take advantage of his whatever accounts and blah blah blah.
I'm sure.
I think that's what happened.
Even if he wasn't roofied, they would have just taken his phone and done it anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could have been sober, or they could have been that drunk and just discussed and be like, yeah, it's cool, man, blah, blah.
But
do it.
even when you get that drunk, there's no guarantee that you are not going to remember things. Because even when I get super drunk, I will still remember things.
Right.
I'm sorry. Like
Yeah.
I think that there was like a swipe of Raph's mind that was weird.
Browned out instead of blacked out.
No, I think
Browned out's like when you kind of remember a little bit, but you don't remember the rest.
I think I took that quiz in college. Yeah.
I'm with Kylie on the mental images right now.
No, I think that they did drug him. I didn't think about that while watching it, but now I think that that's what happened.
They definitely took advantage.
That's just really
Yeah.
annoying. So
and
now
he's not good.
I'm just over this Derek character. Like, I'm not even interested in Derek's storyline.
Well,
it's just
before-
filler content.
It just makes me upset though, because with all of this drama with the two siblings on both sides, how is Jane gonna Mateo needs to not be over there right now.
Well, okay. What about Derek and Lina? I kind of think Derek.
That
And
they'll
But have
hook
they
up?
met?
no, but they will and
What
should.
about Petra's sister and Derek?
Oh, I could see
Yeah,
that.
you know what? All I know is that character was put in the show to take his shirt off. A big part of the reason, because look at him. So it's.
Wait, you
gonna
talking about
happen.
Derek?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's high.
I'm just
Baldoni is
I'm just
sexier
thinking
to me.
about Raphael. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
I got
Justin
eyes
Baldoni's
for
sexier.
one man.
I was walking in Santa Monica the other day and I thought I saw him, but it was a guy that looked dead on like him.
Oh, Justin Baldoni came into my restaurant. The hostess said that to me. She's like, "Guess what? Guess who came in?" I was like, "But you couldn't call me." I would have showed up with the
so
clip.
You
Said,
would've
remember
run.
me I
With your
interviewed
microphone?
you."
That's so upsetting. I would have cried if I
You don't remember?
noticed.
Wait.
Hello. Let me put on my headphones.
Anyway, so we have all of that going on, and I'm gonna go ahead and change it into. I guess the only other thing that happened was with Lina. She's sad, and then Jane's changes.
Well,
you
I
know,
feel
life.
like we forgot a big part of the whole thing that started going wrong was
Don
the
Quixote.
stripper, Don
Yeah.
Quixote.
Oh yeah, the
voicemail.
professor. That's what I was saying with the whole bachelor party. We didn't finish that. Don Quixote.
Oh my gosh.
That whole
That still falls
situational
into
mix-up.
Xiomara as being a hot mess.
Yeah, I don't know, that just was kind of annoying. Like, okay, the stripper forced himself on her in a room full of teenagers. Okay, sure. And then, like, the voicemail, very convenient, although I have done that before.
Have you really?
Deleted it?
I
You've gone
wondered
in.
if
No,
I've
I didn't
done that.
know. I accidentally called
Oh,
somebody and I
sent a
didn't realize I was
voicemail.
holding my phone.
Ah, okay,
and then
got
I
it.
left them a voicemail where I was just, like, talking crap.
Schmack.
But I wasn't talking crap about them. I was just, like, talking to
Oh,
somebody.
I've actually done one where I was talking about them, and then I told that person to not listen to their voicemail.
Oh, jeez.
It was my roommate.
And did they?
Of course they did.
Well, yeah.
Because I told them not to.
You know, yeah, you can't. You have to say the opposite.
I've never
How's
done
that relationship of
That
yours
would-
with your roommate?
That
We
would be
worked
the
it out.
funniest thing.
But then she moved to New York because she hated me.
I wonder why. Sorry to hear that. Well, I'm glad that they got to delete it. I didn't really like all the circumstances of how like, oh, coincidental, we left him a voicemail, but I was like glad that was over with when she deleted it.
I had so
wanted
many,
that
because I
done.
was like, she got in trouble enough.
I had so
Yeah.
many like not issues, but I just wasn't really feeling like that whole
Episode.
Yeah, it was too forced. I felt like too predictable, and like the one thing that irked me was, why is the professor calling you or texting you at night? You know, and then how did the twins go in and get, like, how
And
would
you guys,
they?
though, a lot of fans and the comments have mentioned, which we haven't even thought of, the dichotomy between those twins and the Petra twins. There's two twins. There's two set of twins.
There's twins everywhere.
That's what I was saying. There's so many twins.
Too many twins. I mean,
Too
I
many
don't know
evil
how they
twins.
like relate,
Yeah, I wouldn't know how they related either.
but it's just a lot of twins.
It is. It's annoying.
Anna, Elsa, Rogelio 1, Rogelio 2. I forgot their names. Rogelio daughter 1 and 2.
Evil one,
And
evil
then Petra and evil Petra. Eviler Petra? Maybe not evil Petra. We don't know.
Maybe sweet innocent Petra.
That's what it is.
What if we end up falling in love with that character?
I think we will. I'm not going to lie.
She does look
the
good with brown hair.
And if she is
very
actually
excited.
the nice one, and she was fortunate enough to not be raised by her mother, possibly.
That's true.
She might have the maternal instinct to
take
help.
the baby or help with the babies.
Yeah.
But I also like the last few episodes we have kind of grown to like Petra a little bit. They've like made her a little bit softer, more relatable. So I'm
don't know.
curious
I don't
to
feel
see
comfortable about this.
what the heck's gonna happen with Petra number
But it's,
2.
exactly. But right when we start liking Petra, how are you guys gonna bring us in a new one? Come on,
Yeah.
one at a time.
Petra number 2 will be like, I've been in dungeon.
Oh.
Whole life. Whole life.
Well, the only other thing that I do want to talk about, because I think it's important, which we'll talk about in regards to show and in regards to life, is the Lina and Jane moment. I thought it was really special because Lina is so important in her life, and she gets never talked about, and she gets emotional, and it sucks because Jane has to. You have to put priority in other things, you know? How do you say that? Like, when you grow up, don't you feel like you have to kind of, not start breaking up with your friends, but...
Your own lives happen, so you can just go your separate ways.
Yeah.
But do you think that's what's happening with Jane and Lina? I feel like Jane is like really
not breaking up with
excited
her,
about
but-
helping Lina like find her path.
This is the first time I feel like Jane has had a minute to breathe, to say, actually, I want to help my friend. Because
Yeah.
Lina has helped her so much, and I think that they've been friends for a long time, and I hate losing friends because you grow apart. And I think it's really important if you've been friends for a long time to stick
Stick it
together.
out. And even if you don't talk, to make sure that it's exactly the same the second you talk
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
And even you don't have anything in common anymore. One is a baby, one's a waitress.
That's what I always feel that's so difficult, because that when you get older, you know, it's just
Things change.
things
know.
really change.
I feel like Lina with my best friend. She's married, just had a baby, and over here like, help me find jobs.
I love corgis.
I love corgis. Yes, I love my dog.
of course.
Life, man.
I'm like that bar off of Van Nuys. Why?
Wait, what?
There's a bar called Corky's. I was like, why did you just say that?
Corgi's the dog. Silly goose.
Anyways, well, I guess that was it for the episode. We have 2 more episodes. It's up to chapter 41. Tonight
I
was
thought
kind
tonight
of.
was gonna be the finale.
So did I.
They've been
Tonight
very
was-
mysterious
they
with
have
this
been.
lineup.
I don't know. Tonight was kind of confusing. Pretty much tonight was a night of introductions and a bit of laughter in regards to the Bachelor and Bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just let us know what you all think. Unless there's something else you wanted to say about the show.
Oh, I just think the teaser for next week, I'm kind of excited for. It makes me sad, but I think it's gonna be a good episode. It's
Well, hold up. Let's go into predictions.
my bad.
And then you start.
Now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
I was like, we're not going to hear it. Okay, that's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I just
The
think,
teaser?
so Mateo calls Michael daddy,
Shoot.
and Raph looks surprised, as he should be. I get it,
but
though,
Raph is
because...
with Mateo all the time.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like he's a majority of the time with Jane, and
Now
she,
Michael's
I
been
don't
there.
know. I feel like maybe it's just he hears the word daddy, but isn't figuring out which male to associate it with.
Yeah.
you know, it's just whichever one he saw more recently when he figured out how to say that word.
And also when babies start putting together syllables. They just say the same thing
over and
over again.
Yeah, but the preview was him him reaching out to Michael and saying, "Daddy."
Oh, guys,
That's his
they
word,
said
you know?
they said we didn't talk about Rogelio and Michael. We did touch upon them a bit.
A little bit the bromance, but I mean,
When
loved
Rogelio heard him say he didn't want him at the bachelor party, but then they ended up, talking and saying exactly what should have happened with Jane and her mom.
Hashtag Rogelio.
I disagree.
Rogelio, yeah.
What happened with Jane and her mom at the end, the way Jane told her off, I think that's what needed to happen.
Well, yes,
Ditto.
but that was I'm saying, like, open up discussion. Michael said, I really didn't want you there because you're my father-in-law,
Right,
and it's
right.
different. And so Jane did the same thing. She just had to do it a different way.
should explain.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but
just
it's
a
different
deeper
with-
relationship.
It is,
Yeah.
and Xiomara. It's funny because how do you say that respectfully to your elder that no, you need to get your shit together? What are you doing?
But why? I don't know. I thought it was really judgy of Jane. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
because it's like at the end of the day, it's her mom, and it's one of those things where like that's why parents say, "Look, I'm your mom, not your friend." So just like and then when you get older, yes, things can change, and it's unfair to her mom. But at the same time, if her mom's been her friend her entire life, like let her have these moments. And if at the end of the day, she still had her youth because she was so young and still is young that she shouldn't be worried about those things. I don't know.
And
It
not
just
only
sucks,
that, but I feel like it's sort of a bit of a self-involved move for
It
all
was,
these
'cause why was she
surprises
turning
on
out more?
Jane. Yeah, like Jane made it very clear what she wanted, and while I understand that Zoe and Lina were trying to loosen her up, that's not Jane. That's not what
Right.
she wanted, and it felt like a very forced and kind of like a selfish move. Like Lina and Zoe wanted this party because that's what they wanted Jane's bachelorette to be.
I agree.
And I didn't, and it was just way to whoever mentioned that, by the way to take us right out of predictions and back into the discussion.
I'm so sorry,
It's
but
okay.
I love you guys, and I see you putting up a riot in here.
No, it's true, but that's my point, and my thing is just that like don't turn up more. Like, why are you, like, she was going harder than Jane, and that's when it was like, okay, you really are doing this for yourself, and talk to the guys. They don't believe that I have a daughter that's gonna get married. Like, okay.
Yeah.
This
There's
isn't
a whole
about you, Mom.
Compliment me more about being a hot mom.
Yeah.
I think Rogelio and Xiomara, if they were together at this point, it would have been like great bachelor and bachelorette parties for each. And the point is that those two need to be together to be them best selves.
That's true.
That they are.
And they're just bored, and that's why they wanted to join both parties.
Exactly. Okay, so whose prediction is it? Did you get one, Kylie?
No, she was just saying how. What were you going to say about the?
I was just talking about next week. I'm gonna predict that it gets real serious next week, and I think that Raphael and Jane are gonna get in a fight.
I predict that also. I always hear that the show before the season finale is the biggest one, the largest one, whatever. So we'll see if like now that we had the little mini introductions of everything, it'll all go down like you said.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had a new idea that came in. What if Petra's twin, whatever her name is part of this whole bad thing? Like, with Michael and the police and all.
Oh, with the Derek situation?
Yeah, the Derek situation, or just what was the old one?
Mooter?
The Mooter. I think that she's bad and she's gonna come in and stir up some more trouble, or Petra is going to be like, awesome.
Or Mooter contacted her and sent her over.
Yes, I do think it's a
But how would Mooter know she had another mom? It's the research, right?
I mean, there's so many questions that we can't have answered.
Well, that is in honor of a real telenovela.
Yes.
I will sleep on that one. That is a good question.
Super dramatic. Do you have any predictions?
No.
Come on.
Predicciones.
No, I actually felt like the preview for next week was very like
Minimal.
Yeah.
So I
They're
really have
holding
no
out.
clue. I'm hoping that we find out
What's the deal with the sister?
what's the deal with the sister. That's what I just really want to find out.
Okay. Where can they all find you on social media?
Twitter, Instagram, XOXOCESCA.
And you guys can find me, Sam Davidson, at samdavidsonentertainment.com, on Twitter and Instagram at samd43, and on Snapchat at samdavidson25.
Follow me on Twitter at the Kylie Hodges, or Instagram just at Kylie Hodges.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, on Instagram at the Stephanie Giorgi, and we'll see you here next week.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
You don't remember?
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.